A halt by hitting the right side, Jerry.
And Ricky Rudd sitting on pit road. You can see the damage to the Tide Chevrolet. Now, Ricky said that suddenly the brake pedal went away. So, being the experienced road racer he is, he turned the car to back it into the wall rather than hitting it with the front of the car and shoving the motor back, which would end their day. He figured they can fix the sheet metal. Right now, they looked at the brakes, looked at the max cylinder, and now the crew, Eddie Dickerson and the company, working on the rear of the car, trying to use some tape to pull the sheet metal together and get Ricky back on the course.
Two-time winner here at Watkins Glen in 1988 and in 1990.
Let's take a look again at Ricky Rudd coming there. You can see the smoke there. He was trying to get the car slowed down. And right here, he spins the car around and watch the right rear wheel. He has gone heavy on the gas, trying to pull it back forward, and he backed that car in rather than driving it in there, and had the presence of mind to continue to accelerate so that he could pull that car forward and lessen the impact as much as he could.
That's pretty good, man, because I definitely don't want to see what I'm going to hit.
Full course caution is out.
And Geoff Bodine passed Mark Martin. He has his lap back, so he's changed 4 tires. He probably will stay out on the course when all these guys stop. He probably will be leading the race after the caution flag is over.
Pace car pulls out, and Dorsey Schroeder has joined us in the booth. I don't know whether I should say I'm glad to see you or not after what you said about me.
It wasn't a terrible thing I said about you.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Not really glad to be here, but glad to be here in general. Short day for us, but it's a good race going on.
Dorsey, we've seen so many crashes up in turn 6. What's going on up there?
Well, that racetrack up in that area, you know, it's the hardest part to get a car to balance through there. You start in there, you want to drive in there deep, and then the car's either going to get loose or it's going to be tight. You got to keep on and off the throttle down that hill. It's been slippery all weekend up there, and you know, it's just, you got to bide your time, and you never do that corner right. It never feels like you did that corner right, even if you have.
Well, there's Ed Ferree's car as we have a shot of it from the Blockbuster video blimp. That's the reason for the full course caution that has come out here for the 3rd time. And the top 10 now, Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte, and Ernie Irvin. And the second 5, Elliott, Bodine, Gant, Spencer, and Marlin. Under our 3rd caution, pit road. Once again, very busy. John Kernan.
Jarrett Labonte, your 4th place car is in. He's pitting near the entrance of pit road. The left sides are already on. Right sides are going on. Labonte's sitting, waiting patiently. He is down. Let's go further down pit road. On Martin's pit, Jerry Punch.
And what a break for these guys. They'll be able to make it now on one more pit stop. They pitted 10 laps ago, but they can go 30 laps. So at lap 32, they pit again on lap 62, and it's clear sailing to the checkered flag. Right side tires already on the Valvoline Ford. Left side tires going on. Hitting in front of him is a race back down pit road. That's Rusty Wallace and Dale Earnhardt now moving down. And it's a scramble back for 3rd, 4th, and Terry Labonte, and then Mark Martin as they head back for turn 1.
And the same thing happened this time as last time. Rusty tried desperately to get out ahead of Dale Earnhardt, but didn't do so.
And I tell you what, it had to be by a foot. Whoever won the battle, it was just by inches. And Rusty was gassing the thing, got it sideways as he left pit road, trying to beat that 3 Goodrich Chevrolet.
They just went by the scene of that accident involving Ed Ferree. He is out of the car and okay. And Jerry Punch has another report.
We mentioned Ricky Rudd had a brake pedal go away when he went in to turn up there. What happened, they found on pit road, was a brake bleeder valve opened up, and Ricky just pushed the fluid out of the brakes, and he had no brakes. Well, you can imagine it all happens in a couple of seconds. The crew marvels at how ingenious Ricky was to be able to think in a split second, turn the car away from the wall, back it in the wall, save the race car, save the engine, and possibly save the afternoon here at Watkins Glen in less than a second and a half.
Well, Jerry, you know what? That was one of the best saves I've seen in many, many years. He did everything perfect there. He was really headsy driver. Spun that race car out and then put it in gear and just started accelerating the car, keeping it out of the tire wall. That was going to be a big hit. He saved that race car.
And there's Dale Jarrett, who's moving very slowly on the racetrack. John Kernan is on his way to see what the problem is, possibly a transmission. Is that what you're telling us, John?
Well, Bob, what it looks like it is, he may have burned up the transmission. That's what he's radioed in and told Jimmy Maycar. This is not going to be a good thing for the points battle. You know, Dale Earnhardt is running near the front. DJ had that problem early on whenever he and the 15 car got together, trying to work his way through the field, and now it looks like he may be having transmission problems. We'll check it out and get right back with him.
234 points separated Dale from Dale Earnhardt, the leader of the Winston Cup point standings going into this event. So, yeah, if he can't complete any more laps, it will be a major setback in his hope to win the Winston Cup. Now, the 15 car of Geoff Bodine is the leader of the race. He almost went a lap down, but the caution flag came out, and it saved that situation.
Bob, as Geoff Bodine was exiting the pit, the caution flag came out, and Mark Martin passed him. Now they're going down the back straightaway. This is towards, where is this? Turn?
Up through the S's, I believe.
I guess this is going towards Ned, as they head towards Ned Jarrett. He gets in front of Mark Martin. Now he has 4 fresh tires and a full tank of gas. There's no need for him to pit. He stayed on the racetrack while all the rest of them went to pits. He stayed out. He went from a lap down to leading the race. They say timing is everything. I believe it.
I can talk to you about that.
Yes.
So we're under caution once again here at Watkins Glen. Geoff Bodine has the lead with Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, and Terry Labonte. We're back at Watkins Glen International, where repairs are going on to the guardrail once again. There's the big dent that was put into it by Ed Ferree's contact with it, and so we are still awaiting a resumption of this race. And there is Ed Ferree's car that's on the back of a wrecker and headed down toward the garage area. Dale Jarrett pulled behind the wall. John?
Well, at first what I thought might have happened, you know, they run a cooler on these transmissions. I thought that what you see at these road courses is the belt that runs the pump to the cooler will get knocked off, so the transmission burns up. That's not what happened. Whenever he dropped the clutch, leaving the pits on that last pit stop, something happened, and it just would not go any further as far as shifting the gears. The clutch, I guess, is what you could say is burned out. So these guys will go to work right now. They'll have to change the transmission. We talked about the points, about Earnhardt's points lead. You know, that's why you've seen these guys going to work into this really hot car changing the transmission. They want to get back out. They've seen a lot of cars wrecked today and back here in the garage area. And so they're going to hopefully get back out in a little while and maybe pick up a couple extra positions.
The top 5 in points going into this race: Rusty Wallace 3rd, Morgan Shepherd 4th, and Mark Martin 5th in the point standings. Jerry Punch.
We've been watching some incredible races off of pit road here at Watkins Glen, but you ought to be seeing what happens here in the pit. Some amazing pit stops by the 2 car, the 42 car, and of course Earnhardt's 3 team, the Goodrich team. I just spoke to Richard Childress a minute ago. He said, you know, you guys in the radio and television have been talking about how good the 6 car is in the pits, how good the 2 car team is, and the 42. So we took it personally. We said we went back, we practiced and practiced. We wanted to show everybody we can be the best again, and maybe today is our day.
Well, it could be, but right now there has been considerable discussion as to whether Geoff Bodine is leading this race, and we now have absolute confirmation he is the leader of the race. Geoff Bodine will be in front when we go back to green, hopefully in just a few moments at Watkins Glen. The Bud At The Glen NASCAR Winston Cup race is about to go back to green. Here they are. Geoff Bodine is the leader. Dale Earnhardt second. A battle for 3rd between Rusty Wallace and Terry Labonte and Mark Martin.
Martin's on the inside of Labonte, all the rest of them in line. But Labonte comes down, they get to the corner side by side, but Martin has to fall back in line. There we see Lake Speed, the 28 car. He's back in the top 10, and Harry Gant looking on the inside of Jimmy Spencer. Meanwhile, looks like all the cars got through here A-OK.
Well, I tell you, an 18-second pit stop for the Robert Yates crew have put Lake Speed back out there in good track position. As we see Mark Martin trying to make a move again on Terry Labonte as they break for the interloop here. He's going to get the position. Labonte lets him move in there single file. So that moves Martin up into 4th place. Geoff Bodine leads him down into turn 5. Earnhardt right on his back bumper. Everyone getting through here very nicely this time, Bob.
Martin strong, isn't he, Dorsey?
Well, I tell you what, he is some kind of road racer. He's been showing us all day. That qualifying run says it all. I tell you what, they're going to have a handful of Mark Martin today.
There is Bill Elliott and Kyle Petty, and Kyle, after having problems with his car, is running well. And he didn't lose a lap through all of that pit stop activity that he made, so he's being shown in the position.
Right behind Bill Elliott, the Budweiser Ford. Here they come. Here's their leader, Geoff Bodine. All the cars in line, bumper to bumper. Meanwhile, here's Sterling Marlin on the inside of Brett Bodine.